Welcome to the Be It Till You See It podcast, where we talk about taking messy action, knowing that perfect is boring. I'm Lesley Logan, Pilates instructor and fitness business coach. I've trained thousands of people around the world, and the number one thing I see stopping people from achieving anything is self-doubt. My friends, action brings clarity, and it's the antidote to fear. Each week, my guests will bring bold, executable, intrinsic, and targeted steps that you can use to put yourself first and be it till you see it. It's a practice, not a perfect. Let's get started. Welcome back to the Be It Till You See It interview recap, where my co-host in life, Brad, and I are going to dig into the rich convo I had with Damari Gold in our last episode. If you haven't yet listened to that interview, feel free to pause this now, go back, listen to that one, and then come back and join us. I don't even know how people are listening to these in which order, but I am seeing all the different loves you have. Episode 34 made someone laugh out loud many times. That makes me happy. Whichever
34
order.
with Jessica Bergio. That's a recap.
That was 34. A recap. I know the evens are recaps. So here we are. So, y'all, happy Thanksgiving for those of you in the States.
Happy Thanksgiving.
If you are listening to this, then right now, whether it's Thanksgiving for you or not, I'm just so grateful for you. I know I said it last week in episode 50,
what?
But I really am, and it was really fun to celebrate the 50th episode because I got to see a lot more love for the pod, and I'm just, words of affirmation is my love language, so thank you so much. But because it is Thanksgiving,
What does that mean?
oh, it's like a little drum roll.
Oh, I thought you were trying to be Cardi B for a second.
That's Cardi B.
Yeah.
Cardi B is a little one. A drum roll is longer.
Gotcha. Yeah.
I have no idea. That's probably killing people.
Exciting news. And if you're on our email list, you already are aware.
Things are on sale.
Starting on Friday, the 29th. So the day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
For only 4 days, we're just going to do Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Closes Monday night.
We are doing, if you're watching that on YouTube and you just saw everything shake, Gaia is really weird today.
She just threw herself into the table.
I know. She also, y'all, she loves plastic bottles. And today she decided that a can in the trash can was a plastic bottle. So I do think her eyesight is going.
Oh, geez.
But anyways, let's go back to these deals.
Yes.
So on our sites, check out the notes below. We have different amazing deals for different things. So
yes,
for our
we're
Pilates
being as vague as possible.
Yeah. Well, here we go. Little specifics. If you're a teacher, hit up Profitable Pilates because good shit is happening with the courses.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You are welcome. This is the best sale I've ever done on those courses. I don't want to hear it. Just go buy them. Have fun. I want you to change your business.
Yeah.
If you are Pilates lover, there's some workshops and some legacy stuff. So get your FAS over there and
At onlinepilatesclasses.com.
online Pilates. And
Yes.
then over at LesleyLogan.co.
Yeah, we got Be It Pod merch.
Because you know what? You should dress up like me. Also,
And it's on sale right now.
it's on sale.
Well, tomorrow, the 29th.
It's on sale. And here's the thing. We are old school, elder millennials. I'm so sorry. I do not like that the sales are starting earlier and earlier every year.
Yeah,
No.
I'm with you
I'm in
being
protest.
against that.
I'm in protest. And so this is how I'm showing my protest.
It's not Black Friday, Cyber Monday month.
No.
It's Black Friday, Cyber Monday.
Yeah. And then the days in between were, those are
We're giving you the weekend.
Those are your bonuses. Now, I don't want to hear it when I start celebrating my birthday month. That is true. That is real. But it doesn't mean tons of sales in your inbox every freaking day. So, go stock up on all the things that make your life better, because I'm really excited about it. And happy Thanksgiving. Okay.
All right.
So we instead of an audience question this week, I actually wanted to share a couple things. I was just doing a coaching call with one of our agency members, and she had listened to the episode with Dr. Bender. And when Dr. Bender shared that she has physical things around for just by bringing in the things she wanted. So for example, she wanted money to be around her always.
This is episode 41 with Dr. Kelly Bender.
So listen to this. So this is episode 52.
Yeah.
Okay. So 11 episodes ago, my client listened to the Be It item from Dr. Bender, and she did what Dr. Bender did. So Dr. Bender had put two $100 bills on a table in her house with a crystal, an amethyst crystal on it. And like, you know, she's like, and money is around me, flows to me easily. And this client was like, okay, I'm going to do it. So she's like, how much money should I put there? So she is like, I'm going to put the same amount of money as a new client package. So she put three $100 bills in her desk drawer, and she's like, I don't have any crystals, but I had this rock, and I have a bracelet of other crystals, and my mom would collect these like $50, and so I put that on there, and she's like, I've had 4 new clients. 4 in 11 episodes. That's like 3 weeks.
It's like 6 weeks. Yeah.
Oh.
5.5 weeks.
Whatever. That's still a new client a week, basically.
No, it's amazing.
It's amazing.
I'm not taking away from her for her achievement at all. I think it's really amazing.
So y'all, I'm not answering a question this week because I'm just I just want to share with you, if you do these Be It action items, life is like happening for you.
Yeah, and I just kind of need to comment because I'm not like the overly woo woo, but I would guess that your client opened the drawer and saw that in there, and it was a consistent reminder, and that kept bringing the idea of getting new clients to the top of her mind. And that's why, because she's focused on it, it brings it, you know, you're doing it. You're going after you're actually focusing on it. Like, so, you know, I absolutely believe that, you know, when we focus on something, things happen. And that's just a real easy physical reminder that you can't miss.
Yeah. So anyways, next week, maybe we'll answer a question, or maybe we'll share another win. You know, we're going to call them bold moments. And maybe, so we either going to answer a question, or we're going to share a bold moment from our Be It listeners. And that could be you. So share that with me.
Love that.
Okay.
I'm going to write that down. Our first bold moment.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I had another one, but it's on. I screenshot it, and I don't know where it is. But someone DM me a bold moment, and I need to find it, and maybe I'll share it next week.
We'll bring it back.
It'll be a segment. You know what? We have a new producer, and that's going to be her job.
That's true. We have a producer. We hired a producer.
I know.
It was really amazing and exciting. I just spent a bunch of time on Zoom with her this morning.
I like her glasses.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, she's rad. Her name's Amanda. She has no idea that we're talking about her. We
have to change our outro.
Oh yeah, we got to do all the things.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, no, it's official.
Well,
and
she can.
By the time you listen to this, we'll have another. Well, maybe we'll have another outro. We'll very soon. Things are gonna change. It's exciting. We're very happy about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyway.
Okay.
Okay. Now let's talk about Damari Gold.
I love it.
Damari Gold is a tax accountant who left the corporate world to open her beachside firm. Her business and her clients are her life. She hates the way we collectively define success and allow debt to stop us in our tracks. And she works with her clients to battle that mentality, creating space for messy beginnings. I really enjoyed your conversation with her. It's actually a lot of fun. She, she's gone to school, started working, got her master's, was working again, decided she actually didn't like working for people. And that's when she wanted to go start her own thing. And then she said she struggled with starting her own thing because she just didn't pull the trigger. And then like a couple years in, she finally did. And now she's out on her own. Sorry, I almost pulled my headphones off. Now she's out on her own doing accounting. And what I loved about this conversation was that she is anything but a typical accountant, at least from this conversation that I gathered. And it was a lot of fun.
Or maybe she is, and they're all lying to us. But like, I just loved how honest she was about even her own financial status and life and things like that. Because I think we think of accountants. I mean, your parents are accountants, if I'm not mistaken.
My dad is.
Your dad is.
Yeah.
he's like really good with money.
Yeah.
And so I just think accountants are just like really good with money. And like our CPA in California, oh my God, he scared me. I was like, I don't even know. Like, he didn't scare me. He was actually so lovely and he took such good care of us. But like, I'm not even kidding. Like,
no,
I was just
his higher level thinking about money was like so different than the way that we conceptualize. And it was intimidating. I'm not going to lie.
No, he called me into his office and I was like, I have to go to my CPA's office.
Like, it's like being sent to the principal.
I know. He like emailed me. He's like, Lesley, we need to have a meeting. I was like, oh my God. And he's like sat me down for an hour and explained to me how I couldn't keep doing business the way I was doing business as a sole proprietor. And I needed to choose to be, he's like, you have to choose. Are you going to be an LLC or are you going to be an S Corp? And it was really funny because it was like right before you proposed to me. And he's like, well, when you're an LLC, you need to have like these two people. But if you're an S Corp, you could be you with these other things. And I said, well, I think I'm going to be an S Corp then because it's just me and I'm just dating someone right now. So like, who's going to be my partner in this? And
that's why you picked S Corp?
I know.
That's unbelievable.
He also said that S Corps can have more write-offs because corporations just have more bills. So I was like,
I
great.
love the logic behind that. That is
So
amazing.
But he said S Corps have, they have more bills. So people like the auditing is different. And I was like, okay, that also sounds less scary. So let's go that way. And anyways, but I really love Damari, back to the who or we're recapping, because I felt like if I became an accountant, right? Like, not that I would, but like, I feel like we have similar personalities and similar outlooks on life. And so anyways, it's all about me. Right. And, she was just fabulous. So anyways.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, actually, so she had a whole bunch of things that she went through. Actually, the conversation flowed pretty well.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, from one story to the next, it just kept rolling. But you had one specific thing you were very excited about.
Hands down. Can we just talk about how be it till you see it is this? Her name. I thought, gosh, so cool. Her name's Damari Gold. And she's the gold standard accounting or whatever. And like, I just thought like, that's amazing. Like, she's so lucky to be named Damari Gold because then she'd have the gold standard accounting or whatever. And so when I asked her, she's like, oh no, it's my stage name. I was like, that is so be it till you see it. Like that, y'all, like, sometimes you have to name yourself or name your thing like what you want it to be. And so she did that. And now it's, it's her name and I freaking love it. So anyways,
that is pretty,
that.
She definitely has a full story about how she came up with it. And it's her favorite color and all these other things. And at the end she was like, well, gold standard accounting, I think I'm just going to call myself Damari Gold. Yeah. And that's what she's doing. Yeah. So, and it flows and it sounds baller. It sounds so baller. I mean, yeah. But I think that, let's look at it from the be it perspective. We talked about this. I can't remember exactly when, but it was like way back in the beginning. We talked about creating your own title. Oh yeah. And how maybe you have been defining yourself as quote unquote just a Pilates teacher. Which I think is a terrible way to define ourselves because we're not just anything. Not just anything. But let's just say you're a Pilates teacher. What if instead you were a movement liberator? Ooh. Or, look at the person pulling out the thesaurus. I think that there is so much creativity that can be had in how we define ourselves. And, before we were obviously talking about like the title that we have adopted, but I think it's amazing that she changed her name to fit with the who she is when she's, working her business. Yeah. I thought that was great. 100%. Well, speaking of things you loved, what did you love? Yeah. Okay. So this was profound and this was rich. Rich. So she basically said we allow debt to define us. We allow debt to stop us. we allow debt to be this big, massive, scary mountain that we can't function when there's debt. And we are also sold with this, just the way that our society works and capitalism and all the things, we're sold this idea that, being debt free is the only way to be.
Oh my God.
And
y'all, it's like,
here's my thing. Clearly, being debt free is a positive thing. I'm not saying that it's not. I'm not saying that you should just incur debt, create debt for the debt's sake. No, that's stupid. But what I am saying is that the difference of you being in debt and you being out of debt, actually, it's this weird definition that we have for ourselves. Why would being out of debt does that make you
doesn't make you a better
freer person,
No.
a better person, a better business owner, a better whatever? No, it's just actually, it's an accomplishment for sure. I'm not saying that it's not, but I don't think that we're going to have this life-changing experience the day that we finish paying off our debt. It's going to be a celebration in a moment, but life is still going to continue the way that life was.
Do you remember when I paid off my student loans?
Yeah, I remember you going, oh shit.
I paid them off.
I paid them off.
There was no freaking glitter, confetti, balloons.
Yeah, it was 7:00. I was making dinner.
I know. I got this email that says, you made your last payment. And I was like, that's it. That's what it feels like.
That's what it feels like.
I was the same person.
Congratulations, babe.
Congratulations. But the point is I literally did not change from before that email to after that email. And
the difference was you had a couple $100 more in your bank account each month.
Yeah.
Which, hey, that's a win.
That's a win.
But it's a huge win for sure.
It doesn't define you as a human being. And I also just want to say, I don't know how it works in different countries, but here in the States, your credit score is based on how you manage debt. And so being debt-free doesn't actually make you a better person to give a house loan to.
Right.
And so it's a stupid game. And we're all taught oh my God, if you have debt, it's not great. And I grew up that way. I grew up in a household where there's a lot of debt, a lot of bill collectors calling. It's a really sucky situation to be in.
Sure.
And I saw what it did with my parents and with how they felt about themselves and how they showed up and how they felt in their marriage and how they felt as parents. And the reality is that I don't think I would have had a different childhood. The amount of money that was in my childhood was not what made my childhood good or bad. The stress of how they made debt define them, that affected me. That affected me. But I didn't, who knows what you have versus what someone else's has? I don't know as a kid. So I'm just saying it's
not until you're in middle school and high school that you're like, oh, they bought the bling jeans and I didn't get to buy the bling jeans. But growing up, I'm the same way. My parents were incredibly frugal and, my mom would rather take me to the consignment shop and buy, 10 pair of $8 jeans than one pair of $80 jeans. That's just the way that I grew up. So I totally understand that. And I think that we allow this, I think that it becomes like a skeleton in our closet and it becomes this this fear that sits in our gut that oh, I have debt. If I try anything right now, I could really screw us all over because I still have debt in addition to whatever it is that you want to go do. And I don't want that for you. That's not reality.
No.
Obviously we have bills to pay. We got to make sure we can meet those requirements. But, I do think that it's important to be paying more than your debt balance. If you don't want to pay the minimums, it's just a never ending cycle. But if we I think what you said on the last episode, which I loved, was it's not like we walk around with a chat bubble hovering over us that says, ha ha ha, Brad still has school debt. Because guess what?
Right.
Brad still does have school debt. And Brad's going to have school debt for another 10 years.
Well, yeah. Or I'm just going to keep praying that federal loans go away. But anyways.
Right. But nobody, but because it's not like I advertise that, right? So nobody needs to know that.
And no one needs to know that, but also it's a little freeing when you share it because it's that skeleton's out of the closet. But it doesn't change who you are, and unless you let it. So
Right.
I see this all the time in the people that I coach in the industry. I see people go, I don't have enough money. I can't do that. I can't do that. And so then they're like sit in the back of the room, or they feel like they can't be part of this group or join this thing. And it's like, actually, like, you are an amazing human being already. And and then underneath that you have like amazingness. Oh, also another thing is that debt, but that doesn't actually define you. It's just another piece of inventory. You also have a couch. You also have a car. You also have a Cadillac. Like, you don't have, it's not like personality trait debt. That doesn't, if you look at personality traits or what makes a good human being, you don't see debt free on that list.
Yeah. And I do think that, you obviously want to be responsible with the debt that you have and the money that you have. But if you go look at businesses,
oh my God,
who are growing and valued at millions and billions of dollars, they also carry debt. There is actually part of the game is that, now I'm not saying credit card debt is to your benefit all the time, but it's just a different perspective. We've been sold this story that you have to be debt free, and that's not necessarily the truth.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be nice, but it's not going to, again, I promise you, when you are debt-free, no one is going to show up with confetti and glitter and balloons. There's not going to be a freaking party for you. It's going to feel the exact same. You'll just have more money in your bank account. So be the person you want to be.
Yeah.
Till you see the debt, be free.
Yeah.
Boom.
We'll take that.
Okay. Well, look, no one's offering me a marketing job over here. It's fine. All right. Here we go.
All right. So finally, let's talk about the beit action items. What bold, executable, intrinsic, or targeted action items can we take away from your convo with Damari Gold?
Oh, well, here it is. Wait.
Yeah,
You're going first.
I'm going to jump in. I think we swapped ours out here.
No, I think we're good. I got mine.
Okay, so basically, one thing she said at the very end of the interview was to put your vision out there. I think for her, she was speaking from this very personally because she was talking about how she wanted to do this, start her own business. She wanted to and she didn't. And she wanted to and she didn't. And it took a couple of years. And she started to tell her clients or her friends, she started like kind of on the side, this is what's going to happen. This is where it's going to be. This is how it's going to be, and then again, it's kind of like the money, the crystals in your top drawer, where when you pull open your drawer to pull out your socks, you see that and you go, right, new clients. In this case, she's putting the vision out there because you're creating vulnerability, right? You're making yourself vulnerable to other people. B, you're consistently reminding yourself, and those people are going to be looking at you like, is she going to do what she says?
Mm-hmm.
And so it helps you stay focused, stay on track to get to where you want to be.
Well, before we started this podcast, I was telling people I'm starting a podcast.
Yeah. For like a year.
Yeah. I'm starting a podcast. And then we recorded for 4 months before the podcast came out. But I started a podcast, but you put it out there. But that even this house, we knew this was our house because we put the vision out there. Now, maybe we didn't blast it on Instagram. But most people were surprised we moved. But our coach knew, the people in our group knew. We had told them very specifically, we are looking for a house with this many rooms, with this much space, with this much this. It's going to cost us this much. Put it out there, and then it was like when it came across my email, I was like, "This is the vision.
This is the one." Yeah.
So yeah, I'm big on that, y'all. Put it out there. Okay, my biggest takeaway is become more aware of how you're being supported with your goal, and I'm going to add a little bit to this, I think, because I'm long-winded. So first of all, awareness is the first step in everything, okay? And if you are like most human beings, you are very aware of how you are not being supported or how you are not working towards your goal or what you didn't get done. But very, very very rarely do we acknowledge what we did do, what is going well, who is supporting us, what is supporting us. And so I think it's really important that maybe at the end of each day, you just take a moment to think about the goal you're working towards and what did happen. So like maybe
mini wins, micro wins.
Micro wins are so important. Micro wins are going to like really propel you. Oh my God, I'm reading the book Messy Middle.
Yeah,
and like
the messy middle.
You need to make sure that your wins carry through, because there's like highs and lows. So the other thing is like in that awareness, get as much clarity as possible around the things that are in your goal. So like when we talked about with Brad's takeaway with put your vision out there, we literally wrote down like how many rooms. Okay. And when I hear people say things like, since we're going to talk about Damari goals and we're talking about money, I hear people say that money is an obstacle. And I say, how much money do you need? I don't know. Awareness is so key. If you're not aware of how much money you need for your goal to happen, you're always going to say that money is the obstacle. But what if you just need $500? You know, like maybe you need $5,000, maybe you need $500,000, but have that awareness, because it is actually going to help you achieve the things you're working towards. You have to really get clarity around that.
You know, I'm going to add on to this
another
talking point that she said that we didn't bring up.
7-layer cake.
Yeah. She said that finances should serve as an affirmation, not as a trigger.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that was a golden nugget right there. That was a Damari gold nugget right there.
And because we live in Vegas near the golden nugget,
all the things. So you know, you just said that. What you just said made me think of that, because I do think that we, you know, I for years I was afraid to look at my bank account. It was this weird denial like thing where I was like, okay, if I only spend $6, I'm sure there's going to be enough money in there, you know, and I would buy lunch or whatever. And like, but I would just never actually log in and look at the actual total. And like, I don't know, like somehow I thought I was going to be okay if I ignored it. I don't know. Weird thing, right? Because
I'm sure a lot of people listening to this are like, oh, that's me too.
Oh yeah. No, I don't think that I was alone in that. And that's like people I avoided. And I thought that by avoiding it would make things okay. No. Wrong. I would then only deal with it when I bounced a check or my credit card or my debit card would get declined. And then now I'm in the hole because they charge you $35, right? So, you know, this was after college and when I was like hustling, trying to get any kind of work. But money became this fearful thing. And the only way to get dig into that and change it is to actually embrace it head on, right? And that's kind of what Damari was talking about. Finances should serve as an affirmation, not as a trigger. The affirmation being, I have $6 to buy my lunch. You know how I know? Because I looked at my damn bank account and I can see that I have $1,000 in there. Yes, I can buy lunch for $6. As opposed to, I only have $1,000 in there. Freak out session. I can't buy lunch for $6, right? So it's this definite. It's not something that you just easily do, but it's something to work on.
We should have called this a gold conversation. This conversation is gold. Our Aussies would have fucking loved it. They would have loved it.
Yeah, it's a gold combo.
I got to add legend into a conversation, and then they'll be like, what? Well, gosh, I'm Lesley Logan.
And I'm Brad Crowell.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah.
We are so freaking grateful you're here. How are you going to use these tips in your life? Let us know by sending us a DM to the pod on Instagram, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Until then, be it till you see it.
Bye for now.
That's all I got for this episode of the Be It Till You See It podcast. One thing that would help both myself and future listeners is for you to rate the show and leave a review. And follow or subscribe for free wherever you listen to your podcast. Also, make sure to introduce yourself over at the Be It Pod on Instagram. I would love to know more about you. Share this episode with whoever you think needs to hear it. Help us and others be it till you see it. Have an awesome day. Be It Till You See It is a production of As the Crows Fly Media.
It's written, produced, filmed, and recorded by your host, Lesley Logan, and me, Brad Crowell.
Kevin and Belle at Disenyo handle all of our audio editing and some social media content.
Our theme music is by Ali at Apex Production Music, and our branding by designer and artist Gianfranco Cioffi.
Special thanks to our designer, Jaira Mondal, for creating all of our visuals, which you can't see because this is a podcast, and our digital producer, Jay Pedroso, for editing all the video each week so you can.
And the Meredith Crowell for keeping us all on point and on time.